take me there, then leave me all alone. You say you will, but I know you won't. I know you won't. I know you won't. Be there, be there, be there, be there. Times like these, everyone could use a hand, but we stand around fighting over memories of the promised land. It's so hard to tell if this is heaven or hell, and I can only measure by degrees, but it's sure getting warm around here in times like these. Times like these, do I really need a billionaire who gets off every morning trying to tell me how he's treated unfair? Then I have to pay as the rest of the day we get divided into them and the we's. Oh, I find I'm losing my mind in times like these. Yeah, they come and they go, they're here then they're not. Every day I'm getting sick of losing something that I haven't got. I'm gonna try to run until the whole thing's done, and I just hope I don't end up on my knees. But Lord, it's getting harder to stand in times like these. Like these, I wish I had a place to hide. Instead of coming all together, we're just adding to the great divide. I hope and I pray nearly every day I can somehow get my troubles some ease. But I gotta say it ain't looking good, not in times like these. Yeah, they come and they go, they're cold then they're hot. I'm just trying to keep the world from changing me to something I'm not. Well, I wanna do my labor, hold my girl and help my neighbor, have a little hope for my dreams. Is that too much to ask in times like these? Yeah, I just wanna do my labor, help the world and love my neighbor while I keep it on my joie de vivre. But it sure feels hard, darling, in times like these. I could use just a little bit of help in times like these. Of Alone Together Tuesdays. It's great to be here with you at the Purple Building in East Nashville, Tennessee, with my friend Adam Landry. I'm Hayes Carll. We got the Purple Building crew here. We got Eli's going to do some magic for us later for the second week in a row. And I even brought a dog. If that wasn't enough entertainment value for your buck, I brought a dog. a kid, a dog, magic, a guitar, two guitars, purple stuff, all kinds of things are happening. So let's start playing some music. If you're nobody's business or your front page news, folk, rock, country, or Delta blues, tell your truth however you choose and do it all for the sake of the song. Yeah, hitchhiking, bus riding, rental cars, living rooms, coffee houses, rundown bars, 10,000 people all alone under the stars. It's all for the sake of the song. And there's a man who wrote your cheating heart. Now he's lying through his tooth, and he plays it on a stolen harp that's soaked in 100 proof. And there's the one who might be happy, but for the writer's curse, she lost the crowd's attention by the 42nd verse. And it's a traveling salesman and the girl next door, from that empty room to the third encore. Less is less until more is more, and it's all for the sake of the song. And there's a young man on the marquee. Yeah, he's the son of some well-known, and his father bought the tour bus so he could strike out on his own. And there's the brooding contradiction. Yeah, he's holding Van Gogh's ear, and he's taped it into his guitar, and I hope someone will hear. And it's a black berets and nudie suits, the next big thing, or giving back to your roots. High tops, flannels, or duct tape boots, and it's all for the sake of the song. Yeah. And there's a mystic, there's the legend, yeah, there's the best that's ever been. And there's the voice of a generation who won't pass this way again. And there's record deals and train seals and puppets on a string. And we're all just trying to figure out what makes the caged bird sing. It's lights, camera, on with the show. Lifetime to get ready, now go, okay, go. Where it all ends, nobody knows, but it's all for the sake of the song. So if you're nobody's business or your front page news, folk, rock, country, or Delta blues, tell your truth however you choose and do it all for the sake of the song. All right, there we go. Hey, Eli, will you close that curtain that Winnie keeps opening? Sorry, my dog's here, and I thought she could behave herself, but she clearly can't. I don't know why I thought she could behave herself. She's never shown herself able to do that, as my wife reminds me on a daily basis. Yeah, okay. I tell you what. Let's see. Adam, can you grab that leash for me and just throw it over to Eli? And then Eli, we put it on her. Or actually, come here, girl. Oh, you want to come up? All right. Why don't you just come right? All right. All right, come on. Let's come lay down. You saw the leash? You think we're going on a walk? Come on, lay down. Lay down. I know, it's a guitar stand. Here. Let's show off. Can you sit? Oh, sorry. Only one at a time. All right, here we go. Lay down. That's a good girl. Okay, now you're not in the... Oh, yeah, they can still see. All right. Good girl. Right? All right. Count to 10. Count to 10. She hadn't learned that one yet. Anyway. All right. If she does run off again, just kind of keep an eye on her. All right, welcome, everybody. If you're just joining us, this is episode 49 of Alone Together Tuesdays. We got the whole crew here tonight, and it feels good to be playing music again here at the Purple Building. Although this weekend I actually had a gig, first gig in front of live people in a long time. Went down to Tallahassee, Florida, for the Word of South Literary and Music Festival. I wasn't there for the literary part, just the music part. But my wife was there for both because she wrote a book. I think you have to write a book before they invite you to the literary part. So we sang and people clapped at the end, which was it shocked me actually when it happened. Wasn't used to it. But let's see, we'll play this song in honor of getting to play music for people again. 8-line machine and a sailor's daughter. There's something makes them crazy growing up on the water. Playing for my supper 6 nights a week. Hurricanes, Easter, and New Year's Eve. 410 walls, now there ain't much left. Looking like a homeless cheers on meth. Homer's in the corner, breaking up a fight. Good Lord, I hope I get paid tonight. I got a gig, baby. Burnt fried chicken and a Lone Star beer. Cops and the kids, they drink free around here. Girl behind the bar just taking what she's giving. Lying about her past and trying to make a living. A broke pool table and some hard luck kids. Go tell your mama I done paid my dues. Everyone around here knows my name. 6 nights a week in the neon flame. I got a gig, baby. I got a gig. Now there's an old light tamer parked behind the bar with 100 pounds of weed in a stolen car. Oil patch boys and girls who went to college. Rules you don't break and laws that ain't acknowledged. A barefoot shrimper with a pistol up his sleeve. Some will go to heaven and some will never leave. Pills in the tip jar, blood on the strings. Oh Lord, I never thought I'd see these things. I got a gig, baby. I got a gig. 8-line machine and a sailor's daughter. Something makes them crazy growing up on the water. Playing for my supper 6 nights a week. Hurricanes, Easter, and New Year's Eve. I got a gig, baby. I got a gig. I got a gig, baby. I got a gig. What did I do with that leash? Because I feel like Winnie's gonna like unplug the cable and ruin the whole night. Did I give it to you? Or?
Right here.
There we go.
Yep.
All right. Thank you. Brian, can I throw this to you? Thank you, sir.
She's a wanderer.
Eli, will you look after Winnie? Just hold on to the leash or put her underneath a table or something. Okay. Thank you, guys. Usually I do these shows from the, I call it the doghouse, which is the little space behind my house where I go to do shows and or when I'm in trouble, when I've been kicked out, and which doesn't happen all that often, but it's nice to know you got a place for when it does. So, oh, all right, there we go. A little guitar would help. Let's see. All right. I lit the fire, poured at the bottom, asked the moonlight what it would need. If it answered, I can't remember. I fell down into the American dream. I've been too long in the devil's workshop, so I'm driving the backbone to change the scenery. I fell down to the American dream. Summertime sunshine shine on me. Won't you show me where I'm going? Leaving San Francisco for New Orleans, I can hear that rooster crowing. I've been too long in the devil's workshop, so I'm driving the backbone to change the scenery. Tumbleweed blowing across Texas, I fell down into the American dream. Sun-bleached dresses waving from a clothesline. Come Saturday evening, they'll have a place to be. I picked some flowers to take to her mama. I fell down into the American dream. Summertime sunshine shine on me. Won't you show me where I'm going? I'm leaving San Francisco for New Orleans. I can hear that rooster crowing. Spit and polish the ancient story. Love and glory, gold and greed. Nothing changes even if it wants to. We go down into the American dream. We go down, baby, Normanville and New Orleans. We go down, baby, me what it means. I thought I knew that song. I did write it, but it's been a minute. So thanks. You could tell what I was trying to do. I like what you're trying to do, Hayes. Anyway, I got like 60% of lyrics, which for the third song in, that's not bad. It's funny, and I just realized as I was playing there, my tongue sticks out just a little bit, and I noticed it in my postcard, this week's postcard, which, by the way, if you contribute to the show, I send you a postcard. I try to make it a different one every week, but I'm running out of pictures of myself. I need some cool designs. If anybody's got any ideas. Oh, there we are. There. Okay, see, and that there's my tongue coming out. I was gonna say I'm like the Michael Jordan of folk singers with the tongue wag, except it only comes out like just a little bit, and it's not because of my tongue is too big for my mouth. A doctor once told me. Like, there's not enough room in my mouth from my tongue, so it just kind of hangs out sometimes, just a little bit. One of several kind of weird physical traits I have. I'm not going to get into all of them right now, but that's one of them. I have an abnormally large tongue, which it feels weird to say. It feels weird to have. So sometimes I try and talk, and it's just like the words can't get out because they're blocked by this mass in my mouth. So I had that. What else do I have that I can talk about? I have slight scoliosis. I was trying to get my COVID shot before I was technically allowed to, and I couldn't figure out. As I was filling out the thing, you have to have some sort of ailment to get to the front of the line. And my wife goes, "Didn't you have scoliosis?" I said, "I have a slight case of scoliosis, but I don't think that qualifies you for COVID vaccine. I'm not sure that puts me in a list of
kind of scoliosis.
Yeah, like mild, barely noticeable scoliosis. I think even if you have severe scoliosis, that doesn't really move you to the front of the line. And then, what else? When I was little, my great-grandmother, who lived to be 101, thought I was a girl. She called me Little Dutch Girl. She was very old, and I was very pretty. I think that's what happened. I don't remember.
You still are very pretty.
She's still very old. She's 140 now. Mama.
I think the beard would give it away.
Mama lived in the house of my grandma, and her sister, Aunt Fanagine, lived next door. And Aunt Fanagine, I don't know why I'm just going to go off on all my family members here, but I have some interesting family members. My grandmother lived to be 103. Her mother lived to be 101, Mama, and she called me Little Dutch Girl. Her sister, Aunt Fanagine, lived to be 96, I think, and she lived next door, and she was famous for never cooking enough food. And when family members would come over to the house and have dinner, they would eat everything, and she would look at all the empty plates and say, "Looks like we had just enough." Anyway. Okay, that killed some time. This reminds me of this Lyle Lovett song. Let's see if I can pull it off. When I saw the ambulance screaming down Main Street, I didn't give it a thought. But it was my Uncle Eugene. He died on September the 2nd, 1981. And my Uncle Wilbur, they all called him Skinner. And they said for his younger ways, and he'd get drunk in the morning and show me the rolls of 50s and 100s that he kept in the glove box of his old gray Impala. And we're all gonna be here forever. So mama, don't you make such a stir. Just put down that camera and come on and join up the last of the family reserve. My friend Brian Temple, he thought he could make it, so from the third story he jumped, and he missed the swimming pool, but only by inches. And everyone said he was drunk. And then we're all gonna be here forever. So mama, don't you make such a stir. Just put down that camera and come on and join up the last of the family reserve. And my second cousin, his name was Calloway, and he died when he'd barely turned 2. And it was peanut butter and jelly that did it. And the help, she didn't know what to do. She just stood there and she watched him turn blue. And we're all gonna be here forever. So mama, don't you make such a stir. Just put down that camera and come on and join up the last of the family reserve. And there are more. There was great Uncle Julius and Aunt Aniella and Mary and Granddaddy Paul. And there was Alvin and Alec and Ella and Adam. And he owned his own funeral hall. And there were more I remember and more I could mention than words I could write in this song. And I see them watching, and I hear them laughing, and I know they're singing along. And we're all gonna be here forever. So mama, don't you make such a stir. Just put down that camera and come on and join up the last of the family reserve. Just put down that camera and come on and join up the last of the family reserve. The great Lyle Lovett, one of my heroes, one of my biggest influences, and actually, coincidentally, we are here in the Purple Building in East Nashville, Tennessee, the home of Todd Snyder and his crew, and he does his Sunday shows here every week. And Todd actually was the first person to introduce me to Lyle Lovett. That's how I met Lyle. I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again just so. I don't. There's actually no good reason to tell it because I don't really want Lyle to hear it. But I what are you gonna do? I used to work at the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion in the Woodlands where I grew up in Texas, which was this like 12,000 seat outdoor amphitheater. And all of the great concerts would come through. It would be, the annual touring acts, which would be like the Doobie Brothers every year, or Bad Company every year, or Jimmy Buffett every year. So you had all those kind of things, and then you would have the Dylan and Paul Simon tour, or Lenny Kravitz, Tom Petty, like just Neil Young. All these amazing acts would come through. And my first show that I ever watched there was, and my first concert was a triple bill: Slaughter, the Bullet Boys, and Poison. You know what I'm saying? You feel that? I tell you what. The CeCe DeVille Experience. They were so big, Poison, that CeCe DeVille, the guitar player, had his own show, like a separate touring thing, which I never caught, but I'm sure it was fantastic. Anyway, I worked there in the parking lot until I got fired for trying to sneak into shows. And then 3 years later, they hired me back when I was a college student, and worked in ticketing. And anyway, I was a huge Lyle Lovett fan, like I said. And I had sort of very closely watched Lyle because he had watched his career, because he grew up in Klein, which was just down the road. I had heard rumor that he had worked at Pizza Hut or some pizza delivery place when he was in high school. I was working at Pizza Hut as a delivery guy. So I just thought that, the similarities were uncanny, and that it was a pretty sure thing I was going to have a successful career if Lyle had done it. No, I had no idea that I was going to be able to be a singer, but I wanted to be. And so probably 1997 or so, I was at one of Lyle's shows, the Pavilion. He would come through every year, and it was always amazing. And he would have like Sean Colvin opening for him. He'd always bring these wonderful support acts. And I loved the man so much, what he did creatively. It was astounding to me. And I remember I had a friend who worked there, still works there. And after the show, she took me backstage, and Lyle had a meet and greet. It was the first time I'd ever seen this, an artist doing a meet and greet. And because Lyle was from the area, there was like a huge crowd. There was like 100 people there waiting to shake his hand. And she said to me, would you like to get in line and meet him? And I said, no, this is not how I want to meet Lyle Lovett. Like, it looks stressful, and I would just be one of hundreds of people. And I don't know that I'll ever have a chance to meet him again, but I just don't want it to be this way. And she said, okay. And the night went on, and I think 10 years passed. Fast forward 10 years later, and I have been signed to Lost Highway Records, which is Lyle's label, or the label that Lyle was on at the time. We've got some mutual friends, and I'm at an Americana conference, and Todd has just done a song swap with Sam Baker, Jim Lauderdale, and Lyle Lovett. And Todd comes up he sees me in the hallway, and he says, hey, man, you want to meet Lyle? And I said, yes. This is exactly how I wanted to meet him, as a semi-peer 10 years after, from that night when I passed on my opportunity. It all came together in the perfect way. And so he took me backstage, and we walk in the dressing room, and Todd says, hey, Lyle, I want you to meet my friend Hayes Carll. And I'm just, this is a huge moment for me. And Lyle goes, Hayes, we've already met. It's like, good to see you again, Lyle. And I couldn't bring myself to say, no, we actually haven't, because I know this very well because I avoided it 10 years ago. Anyway, he's such a gentleman and so kind and sweet. And I guess maybe he just thought on the same label, and we'd cross paths at different times, but we never actually officially met. So anyway, that's one of my Lyle Lovett stories. It's actually my only Lyle Lovett story.
It's a great story.
Thank you. It went on a bit. All right, let's play some music here. What was I going to do? Let's do the key of D.
You got it.
Well, I'm wild as a turkey, I'm higher than a Christmas moon, empty as my wallet on a Sunday afternoon. Yeah, I come around too fast and I always leave too soon. Ain't that what they all say? I come down from Memphis with a broken down Corvette, a suitcase full of memories and a face you won't forget. Ah, you say you'll never love me, but tonight ain't over yet. Oh, I'm gonna change your mind. Oh, girl, I've been a gambler since the age of 21. I've seen my share of trouble and the wrong end of a gun. And this whole world's out to get me just because I have my fun. Yeah, but they ain't gonna slow me anyway. Right ain't right, babe, and left ain't always wrong. But I bet you're tired of dancing to the same old song. You look like an angel in a place you don't belong, and I'm gonna take you away. Get on. Closing, that don't mean it's time for bed. Oh, we don't need no sleep, girl, we'll get plenty when we're dead. You can leave these fools behind you now and come with me instead. Oh, I'm gonna show you time. I'm wild as a turkey, higher than a Christmas moon, empty as my wallet on a Sunday afternoon. Well, I come around too fast and I always leave too soon. Ain't that what they all say? Ain't that what they all say? All right, nicely done, Adam. This is Adam Landry over here. To my right, your left on the guitar. We got Eli back there. I'm going to do a couple songs, and then we'll bring him up to do some magic. He looks like he's ready. He's stretching his fingers, doing exercises, meditating, preparing.
Pretty sure I saw him waving a wand back there.
A wand. He blew our minds last week.
It was awesome. I replayed it for Megan.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she loved it.
For those of y'all who didn't catch it, go back and watch episode 48 of Alone Together Tuesdays on YouTube or whatever. And Eli did some really cool trick, which did two really cool things. But the one with Megan was really special, and it was also something that he had done. The first time I heard about that trick was we went and did a show at a homeless shelter in Boise, Idaho. That our friends Curtis and Jody Steigers. Jody runs or is affiliated with this shelter, and she asked if we would come perform, and I went and performed for the adults. It did not go well. My part of it did not go well.
How did they not do it?
That's kind of what I thought. I thought they're going to be really happy to see me here, and I came out and I was like, hey, here's my songs, and they were like, do you know any Eagles? I was like, yeah, I guess, sure. I did that, and then it just kind of went. So it was actually funny because we ended up playing Oasis, the Eagles, Garth Brooks, Elvis. It just kind of went like that. We played the Charlie Daniels, basically all these things. So it was very humbling. But Eli, I was so proud of him that night because you're in this homeless shelter, which is it's these people are down on their luck and going through some really hard times, and that's palpable. But adults is one thing. It's still tough, but the kids, they had a lot of kids there, and Eli was performing magic for the kids. And man, when they heard there's going to be a magician and all these kids came running in, it was intense. And they were so excited to see him. And he handled it like a champ. It was just really, really moving to me. But then afterwards, like he won them over. I'm outside going, singing I Got Friends in Low Places or like trying to, whatever they wanted to hear. And was getting heckled. And and he came out and started doing magic for the adults. And he did that trick for one of the guys there at the shelter. And when the name that he had guessed, or the name that the guy had given Eli was his daughter's name. And he hadn't seen in a number of years. And when Eli guessed the name, the guy started crying, and it was a very emotional moment. So anyway, it was very, very cool. But what was I talking about? Or why did I get into that?
Just talking
Homeless shelter? I was just talking about magic. Oh, yeah. So Eli's going to come up and do some magic for us in a little bit. But let's see. First, let's play a couple songs. You laughed and called me lucky for having you around. Then you stepped up to the bar and started swaying. And the boys all sang Ophelia as they drank another round. Oh, bye, 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 baby. The rain fell on the window as we watched the sailors dance. And you kissed my hand and said you were beside me. And I held on to the moment when I thought there was a chance. Oh, bye, 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 baby. Way out in the distance where the waters fade to blue, you used to say tomorrow was a foolish thing to do. I thought I'd seen it all before, but nothing quite like you. Oh, bye, 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 baby. I'd read to you the letters that had blown in from the west, and we'd whisper of the dreams that we'd been saving. And you said you'd have it all, nothing more, nothing less. Oh, bye, 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 baby. Now there's an emptiness standing at the door, trying to take me back to the way I was before. I used to feel alone here, but it's not that way no more. Oh, bye, 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 baby. Now the drunks have turned to strangers, and the stars are out of tune, as I think about the one who might have saved me. And I know you're out there somewhere between the highway and the moon. Oh, bye, 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 baby. Oh, bye, 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 baby. All right. This week, I mentioned the postcards, and also every week, if you send in $30 or more to the Eli Carll College Fund, I usually throw in a copy of a handwritten set list from tonight's show and a sticker, but we're out of stickers tonight, so I'm throwing in handwritten lyrics, copy of handwritten lyrics, along with a copy of the handwritten set list, along with the postcard. The lyrics are of this song here. It's one I wrote with Ray Wiley Hubbard. And he charges me 50% royalty for everything I sell related to the song. So
50% royalty.
yeah, yeah. Even every time I mention it, he's like, "That's $1."
That's $1.
Yeah. So anyway, this goes out to Ray. Now I got a woman, she's wild as her own. She likes to lie naked and be gazed upon. She crosses a bridge, then sets it on fire. And it lands like a bird on a telephone wire. Wine bottles scattered like last night's clothes. Cigarettes, papers, and dominoes. She laughs for a minute about the shape I'm in. She says, "You be the center, honey, I be the sand." I'm gonna holler and I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna get me some mescaline. She brings me roses and a place to lay. A drunken poet's dream. Now I believe my harp has got a busted reed. My lips are chapped and about to bleed. She tastes like pills and cheap cologne. And she tells me I don't ever have to drink alone. Now there's some money on the table and a pistol on the floor. A few paperback books by Louis L'Amour. She says, "Honey, don't you worry about Judgment Day. 'Cause dying to get to heaven, that just ain't our way." I'm gonna holler and I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna get me some mescaline. She brings me roses and a place to lay. A drunken poet's dream. All my life I laid around while the colors all turn blue. Oh, well, I closed my eyes and I finally found it brought me back to you. Now I got a woman, she's wild as her own. She likes to lie naked and be gazed upon. She crosses a bridge and sets it on fire. And it lands like a bird on a telephone wire. I'm gonna holler and I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna get me some mescaline. She brings me roses and a place to lay. Yeah, I'm gonna holler and I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna give me some mescaline. She brings me roses and a place to lay. A drunken poet's dream. Drunken poet. Drunken poet. All right. That's for Mr. Hubbard, Mr. Ray Wiley Hubbard, another one of my heroes, and and friends. I call him friend. He calls me a guy that owes him money. But it's good. It's a good relationship. It gives us somewhere to go to. Eli, you back there?
Yep.
Well, don't be too excited about it. Come on. You want to come perform magic? What was that? You back there? Yep. Like a
He's
trucker.
just a long ways away.
That was the...
That was the reverb.
All right, everybody. Please welcome to the stage, all the way from Austin, Texas. That's quite an entrance. Eli Carll. Hello, son.
Hey, howdy.
All right. You got your Todd Snyder mask on. You got your headphones around your neck. That's a cool move. Okay.
All right. Gonna try and do something kind of weird, kind of freaky.
Something
right.
kind of weird and freaky. All right.
I like
I'm
it.
intrigued.
All right. I'm gonna start off with a bet. Okay.
with a
So
bet?
yeah, if this doesn't work out, I will bet $1. All right.
$1 bet.
$1. I
$1
got a
bet.
dollar.
Actually,
It's actually in my car.
Can you
but-
cover me? Okay.
I got you.
I got a check.
I got
I-
a dollar in my car.
I got a check.
I know
All
this is a lot for you guys, but we'll put that right there.
All
Okay.
right.
So
Got it. I see it.
Eli's put it on the floor.
it's not
Should we put it somewhere where they can see it?
sure.
I mean, that's who we're performing for.
Okay.
So let's see. Here, can you rest it here, maybe?
Yeah.
Or will that screw it up?
Um,
Okay. There you
Boom.
go. There
Right
we
there.
go. There's a
Love
dollar.
it.
Awesome.
There's
Fold
a
it up.
dollar.
All right, let's fold it up into a square. So basically what we're trying to have happen is a coincidence. We're going to try and make a coincidence happen right here, right now. Adam, can I borrow your phone real quick?
Yeah, it's right there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. And could you open up the calculator for me real quick?
I will. Yep.
You have a calculator?
On the phone? Of course.
Yeah, it's crazy what they can do with phones these days.
Goodness.
Here's
Y'all know
we're
that?
here's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
All right. So generally, it would be weird for me to. We're gonna get some numbers involved in this. Okay.
Yep.
Now we have a calculator.
What, numbers and a calculators?
I know.
Alright.
But it would be weird for me to just be typing in your guys' numbers and be doing weird stuff over here. So we're gonna try and do something special. Okay.
Okay.
Adam, I want you to name a 3-digit number, okay?
Out loud?
Yeah.
Let's do 121.
121.
Yeah.
121. Sorry.
Yeah.
121.
Yeah.
Actually, sorry, let me delete that. Here, you type it in yourself.
121.
All right, and showing that to everyone, 121. Hit times on that.
Times.
Times. Dad, I want you to type in another 3-digit number, okay?
Okay, should I announce it?
Yeah.
Okay. 877.
877.
Yeah.
I want you to hit times again, all right?
Times
Yep. So now we have this number, all right? It's
106,117.
large number, but we're not quite there yet. I don't want to be able to influence you guys individually.
Okay.
Okay. So I want you to collaborate now on a 4-digit number. All right. So what do you guys think would be something that I would have no idea?
Let's do.
Can we ask our people? Can we?
Yeah,
ask
yeah.
Sure.
them? Can you guys see the monitor? And y'all tell me,
Yep.
you guys at home, we all just first 4-digit number we see, we'll use that one, so they'll know that we're not.
That's right.
We're not in on this.
We're not
thing,
collaborating
Yeah.
in any
And
way.
we're collaborating with them to.
That's right.
All right. First 4-digit number.
1217.
1217.
1217.
Dad, could you type that in? 1217
All right. 1217
and hit equals.
equals.
Okay.
All right. Now we got a big number.
It's a-
It's a massive number.
That's a big number. Okay. And we're going to divide that by 3. And we get, there's 3 of us.
Okay.
Um,
So that's why you divided it by 3. There's 3 of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the first number. Okay.
What is?
387 433-167. Okay.
387,430.
387,433,167.
What he said.
Exactly.
Millions.
Million.
So that's going to be our first number. We're going to keep that on the table, okay?
How do we keep it on the table?
Should we write it down? I can write it down. I have a pen.
387 million. Shoot, I
Is that
lost
okay?
it.
Yeah, I accidentally just deleted it.
Well, we had 387. Okay.
Well,
Wait a
we
minute.
can get back there. We can get
Yeah.
back there real easy. 121 times 877 times 1,217.
Yeah.
That's how we get there.
Awesome.
Do we need to do
Do
that?
we need to get there?
Yeah, sure. What was it again? Actually, you know, I think.
No.
How about we
Okay.
just start off with a new number?
Okay,
I'm
new
sorry.
number. Yeah, okay.
Okay. So, Adam, name a number.
We'll do 212.
Okay. 212. Dad, your number?
I'm sticking with 877.
877.
Yep.
Okay. 212. 877.
Yep.
All right. I want you guys to. Oh, let me delete my previous stuff. I want you to type in your number.
Clear. 212 times.
877.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Adam.
Yeah.
Another number?
1,217.
All right. Dad?
Yeah.
Another number?
Does it matter how big it is?
Not at all.
Okay. 55.
55. All right. Adam.
What?
Another number.
Another number. Let's go with 19.
All right. 19. And top of all that, I want you to add in another 5-digit number, all right?
Just type it.
Yep. Times another 5-digit number. Hit equals. Okay. Huh. This, I'm going to be honest, this is not going the way I wanted it to. I'm going to be completely honest. So, Dad, you can. I'm going to just move on to the next thing.
Okay.
Be honest. Okay. All right.
There's still $1 on the thing.
There's
Yes.
still $1. And I gotta say, I can't, Eli, I appreciate your honesty. I can't relate to never having to being on stage and not having it go exactly as I intended and wanted it to. But they tell me it happened, so it's
He
gonna be okay.
commiserates
Yeah.
without
Here,
sympathizing.
this will be
I sympathize without
without
commiserating.
empathizing.
this will be much better. All right, Dad, I want you to hold your hand out.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna start dealing cards. Whenever you want, you tell me to stop. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Let's stop.
Right here.
Sure.
Okay. Take that next card. So the 4 clubs. All right. Here's what we're gonna try and do. All right. Make something vanish, or we're gonna make something appear.
Okay.
Watch.
He's ripping the card.
Here,
Card
could
is
you
ripped.
take that last little and just pull it? All right.
Okay.
Watch. And that's torn, right?
Yep. 4 of clubs torn.
All right.
Okay. Whoa.
Wait.
It disappeared.
What?
Just like that.
It's gone.
Adam, that's been there the whole time, right?
Yeah, that water's been
Yeah.
there the entire time.
Could you turn the label just a little bit? Turn it more, turn it more. Adam, can you tell the audience what you're seeing and hear right now?
I see something underneath the label.
Wait.
Yeah, there's something underneath the label of the bottle. And it feels eerily like the corner of this. It's remarkably...
He's opening it. Put it everywhere they can see it.
Yeah.
Wait.
Can you see that?
Oh wow! It's inside the bottle.
Is it in the bottle?
Wait, I think it's behind the label. Wait. Here, peel on that.
It is stuck underneath the Evian.
Amazing.
Peel that off. And can you match that up?
Hey, everyone. What in the world? Yeah, that's it. That's 100% that piece. Amazing.
All right. Bravo.
And yeah, you can keep that. If you want.
I will. I'll keep it with my house.
All right.
Yeah, sorry, the first one.
It's okay. It's all right. Is that all right? Well, thank you, Eli. That's Eli Carll, the Magic Kid.
Yeah.
Bravo. And I think because the first trick didn't work out, I get to keep the $1. I think that's what that means,
Yes.
which is good because we didn't have any cash on us. All right. Thank you, Eli.
Thank you, Eli.
Okay, well, once again, we're the only show that I know of that combines both music and magic. If there is another one, let me know about it. But
Actually, don't let us know.
no, dude, I'm gonna do something about it. I'm gonna send somebody over to have a talk with them. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna do a Towns Van Zandt song. I haven't done this in a long time. Let's see if I can remember it. Come here, girl. Come on. Will you lay down? Hey, sit. Come here, girl. Come here. Here. You're good. I'm gonna put her leash right underneath my chair. Or just on my foot. Okay, there you go. Minnie, lie down. All right. I won't say I love you, babe. I won't say I need you, babe. But I'm gonna get you, babe. And I will not do you wrong. Living's mostly wasting time. And I waste my share of mine. But it never feels too good. So let's don't take too long. You're as soft as glass, and I'm a gentle man. We got the sky to talk about, the world to lie upon. The days up and down they come, like rain on a conga drum. Forget most, remember some, but don't turn none away. Everything is not enough, nothing is too much to bear. Where you've been is good and gone, all you keep's getting there. Yeah, to live is to fly, all low and high. So shake the dust off of your wings, the tears out of your eyes. It's goodbye to all my friends. It's time to go again. Think of all the poetry and the picking down the line. I miss the system here. The bottom's low and the trouble's clear, but it don't pay to think too much on the things you leave behind. Well, I might be gone, but it won't be long. I'll be bringing back the melodies, the rhythm that I find. We've all got holes to fill, and them holes are all that's real. And some fall on you like a storm, sometimes you dig your own. But the choice is yours to make, the time is yours to take. Some dive into the sea, some come toil upon the stone. It'll live is to fly all low and high. So shake the dust off of your wings, sleep out of your eyes. Yeah, shake the dust off of your wings, tears out of your eyes. All right, the Great Towns Van Zandt. Did Winnie finally settle down there?
She did.
Okay, good, good. Hopefully she will
I
maintain.
was inspecting Eli's wrapper from the bottle. I
She's-
think she had some suspicions
Yeah.
about. She wanted to know how it got there just as much as we did.
My wife wants to know if you can make our dog disappear. You know. Gosh, she's something else. She's gotten now to where we have a fenced-in front yard, and the postal people or UPS or Amazon, whatever, they drop off a package, they put it in the front, they open the gate and put it in there, or sometimes they leave it outside of the gate, and she reaches through and grabs it. And now it's like she's the package opener. She's decided that's her mission, her job. And so she'll open up the packages. And sometimes, like very rarely, it's actually quite convenient because she'll rip open the top and like save me a few seconds of time. But usually she just opens up everything and eats it and destroys it. And it's absurd. And so I want to get a sign made that says, please don't leave packages in the yard if the dog is here. But then my wife doesn't want a sign that says, please don't leave packages in the yard if the dog is here in front of our house. So it's just, it's a lose-lose situation. But let's see. The first time I heard that song that I could remember, I own that Towns record that song was on. And I listened to it several times, and it just never clicked with me. And the first time I heard it live was at the Old Quarter Acoustic Cafe down in Galveston, Texas. And I heard it on stage one night, and it was just magical. And it when it was over, I said, "What was that?" And they said, "It's Towns Van Zandt, To Live Is to Fly." And then it clicked for me. I started to understand Towns, and I just had never been able to get it before. And after that, it all opened up, and it changed my life. But down there, the place was run by a guy named Rex Bell, who was who owned the original Old Quarter and played bass in Towns' band. He played with Lightning Hopkins first, and then ended up playing with Towns. And Rex and Mickey White were his band, and they had a project called the Hemorrhage Mountain Boys. You can just phonetically go through that and get the joke. And they had some great songs, one of which I think I posted on socials today. And it goes like this: when you get to be as famous as I have become, you get to travel all over the world and see all sorts of places. And this is a song about that. Let's see here. Well, I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere. I crossed the desert bare, man, I breathe that mountain air, man. Travel, I've done my share, I've been everywhere. I've been to Houston, 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 Bolivar, Beaumont, I've been everywhere. All right. Every drug, man, I done every drug. I swept them off the rug, boys. I chugged on every nug, man. I've done every drug. I done might all night, all chewing, all sick it all, never tall, shoot it all, take it all, do it all, Percodan, Dristan, can't walk or stand, codeine, benzodrine, shoot it up, turn green, quaalude, prelude, in the mood, get nude. Everybody says I'm a stupid dude. I done every drug.
hard stop, and you were doing a big
Oh yeah, I see. Okay. I wanted to. I call that a Bo Diddley ending, but I don't actually know that. That's you would know better than I if that's how Bo Diddley
that's
ended his
totally
songs.
Bo Diddley
I just
ending.
think I'm gonna show you how it's gonna be. Yeah, you're gonna give your love to me. My love's bigger than a Cadillac. Yeah, give you my love and you drive it on back. Yeah, give you my love and you drive it on back. My love for you has got to be real. Yeah, I'm gonna show you just how I feel. Yeah, I'm gonna show you just how I feel.
That's awesome.
All right. Okay, let's see here. All right, hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. This is episode 49 of Alone Together Tuesdays. We're here at the Purple Building in East Nashville, Tennessee, yeah, which is getting cooler every time we come. Good job, guys. This is looking great. And there's Adam Landry over here. Eli just did some magic for us. We got Winnie on stage taking a
Chill.
nap.
She's straight chill.
Yeah, finally. And Adam, you wore denim tonight, which
You got yours right on the
yeah. It's right here on thing.
Yeah, right
So I had a denim shirt. I was gonna wear this too, but then that would have been.
We can trade. I mean,
No.
I can take this off, and you. I got a black T-shirt on.
No, it's too late.
No?
It's too. I think we've been. The show's over an hour, and I think at this point it would be. I mean, I love a good costume change. Don't
But
get
they
me
would- they
wrong,
would
but
notice.
they would know. I don't think. Yeah. But I had before you and I started playing together. I was playing with an Australian fiddle player before he got deported, Luke. And his last show was here at the Purple Building. Y'all may remember before Eli and I went on our summer road trip. And Luke, one night we realized we had like a double denim situation going on.
Which is common.
It is,
In our
but
industry.
yeah, I mean, but usually with married couples, you know, you see that a lot, right? It's like the husband and wife, and they got the matching get up.
Yes. Or Megan wears my shirts, and so I'll actually have my. She'll wear like the duplicate of my shirt and not realize that we both wore it that day.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean like performing acts, like people on stage, there's some people that's a conscious thing. Like we're going to all wear the same,
Right.
you know, like it's the 60s or something and early 60s and that's not the vibe I'm going for. But by the other night, it was like a year ago, but Luke and I realized we were wearing the same thing. And it was too late to change, and so I just embraced it. I leaned into it, and we called ourselves Wild and Blue. That was our band
really
name,
good.
WYLDE and BLUE. But I think I was wild, or he was wild, and I'm blue.
That's great.
Anyway, I just didn't want to. I feel like doing that twice. That name was already taken, and we'd have to come up with the whole thing.
Totally.
But I do have a side project. I have a band called Bartles and James with my friend Cody Braun from Reckless Kelly. And then I have a band called the Ego Brothers with my friends John Evans and Cor Blunt. And I'll do a song that we wrote. This is the premise of the band is that we write only songs about how wonderful we are. John and I formed it initially, and after like 15 years, we only have one song. But we have lots of titles. We have titles for like the whole record. We have One Night with Me. We've got Something Smells Good in Here. It Must Be Me. We have I Autographed My Own Guitar. We got The Luckiest Mirror in the World. What else? We got, Hey girl, my eyes are up here. And anyway, it goes on and on. You get the idea. And then we invited our Canadian friend Cor Blunt to join us. We figured we needed some international appeal, and that paid immediate dividends because he wrote a song. It goes like this. Let me see. Well, I wonder what all the ugly people are doing tonight. God, I worry so, he worries so. Yes, I wonder what all the ugly people are doing tonight. Well, I guess we'll never know. Nothing? Okay.
I mean, I don't know what I did last night.
So, anyway, this is a song that John and I finished. Is what started it all. And I remember one night John called me up. He said, Hayes, man, I got it. This song is so good. We don't need 10 songs to make a record. We'll just do this one song in 10 different languages. This is English. Well, when my mama had me, she should have had 2 or 3. Nah, I can't help what all them women keep saying about me. They wanna parade me all over town. Well, when I pick one up, I let another one down. There ain't enough for me to go around. Well, now the way I'm looking, you know you have to wait your turn. You ain't the only girl that knows I got sugar to burn. They can't believe just what they have found. They take a one good look and then their britches fall down. There ain't enough for me to go around. Well, I'm a sorry Miss Johnson, but I already got plans at 10. But you can call my secretary and maybe we can squeeze you in. Oh, now take you a picture and hang it right over your bed. If you can't love me, you can love my picture instead. They wanna just chase, stalk, and run me around. I ought to do them all a favor, just sell me by the pound. There ain't enough for me to go around. All right now. Well, when my mama had me, oh, she should have had 2 or 3. No, I can't help what all them women keep saying about me. They wanna parade me all over town. Well, when I pick one up, I let another one down. There ain't enough for me to go around. Hey, there ain't enough for me to go around. All right, that's the Ego Brothers. All right, let's see. I'll do something. It's a song from a long time ago for me. One of the first ones I wrote. Back when I was going to school in Arkansas. I started writing this after my first gig at a place called the Supper Club in Conway, Arkansas. And I'm actually doing a benefit. I think Thursday night, I'm doing a benefit for, or like some sort of fundraiser from my college that I went to. went to Hendrix College, and I graduated last in my class. Allison tells me not to tell people that. I don't think it matters like, at this point. I mean,
I graduated damn near last. Maybe
yeah.
117 out of 120.
Wow, you had even fewer people there than I did. Where'd you go to school?
Maine.
Oh, yeah, well, that explains.
It was like 2,000 people in my
That was the state school.
whole town.
That was the University
Dirt road.
of Maine. It was
I was
120 people.
jealous of people with pavement.
Yeah, pavement was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, I graduated I didn't even realize I graduated last in my class until like many years later. And one night I was cleaning out my closet and I saw my degree, and on the bottom it said 247-247. And I thought, oh, cool, it's like a limited edition, like a numbered thing. And then
That's amazing.
I really did have that thought. And then it went through my mind, and then I thought, oh, wait a minute. I was a terrible, terrible student. And
Well, on a serious note, that it just proves that it is no marker of intelligence.
yeah, what you do academically is not a marker of intelligence. Yeah, that's true somewhat.
You're a smart guy.
I'm okay. I mean,
He's being.
I can't do
overly humble.
crossword puzzles, and there's many areas of life where I'm not smart. But it's fun. There was a guy that I met in Boston years ago who was doing a documentary about people who graduated last in their class.
That is cool.
Yeah, it kind of was. I don't know if it ever came out or not, but he interviewed me. We sat down and we talked about it. And I guess the idea was to see, like, does that matter?
Well, how did he find out you were last in the class?
I think I tell people about it all the time, and he was like,
So he was.
or he looked at me and he goes, "I bet that guy's last in his class." I think that's how they got there. I don't know. But it is kind of a thing. Like it's. I look at myself as the bookend of, like it was hard actually to get that spot, like to not fail out, but still to be low enough to be lower than everybody else. That's like the sweet spot. It's really challenging to get.
Well, someone has to be it.
I'm putting a spin on it. Anyway,
has
it
to
doesn't matter. I got out of there, and the only time it did me any good was I got a job with the Census Bureau in 2000. I got a management position because I had a college degree, and so my money went up, and that was a great job. The census. It just comes once every 10 years. Is the problem. So like in between, you got to like kill the time somehow. But that was a sweet gig. I don't know what y'all guys are. If this Todd thing falls apart, 2030. I don't want to give career advice, but I'm just saying the government's pretty loose with their money, if you know what I'm saying. And, well, I hide behind my guitar like a sparrow in the night, just hoping I might fly away anew. 'Cause they'll love you when you're wrong, and then they'll leave you when you're right. Oh, tell me, baby, what's a boy to do? Well, I came to town a stranger, not knowing how to act, and I figured I'd hang out and just get found. I made me some new friends that climbed way up my back. They've been gone so long, they ain't coming down. You can kiss the sky good morning, you can say your prayers at night. Hide your soul way down in your shoes, but it's the same old scene, borrowed love and faded dreams, and I just can't from those Arkansas blues. Yeah, time is playing tricks on me. It makes me think I'm moving fast. But I don't think I'm moving at all. And every stranger's face I see reminds me of the past. Well, they come on big and leave you feeling small. So I took to drinking liquor, and on the other side of town, way up in those woods beside the moon, where every graceful dream I had got lost without a sound. Yeah, I tell you what, I can't leave this place too soon. It don't take no rhyme or reason, it don't make no sense at all. It's just one of those things that you don't choose. But it's the same old thing, broken hearts and busted strings. And I just can't run from those Arkansas blues. Everybody's asking questions about whose side are you on. Yeah, and I don't see how it matters much to me. And all these midnight celebrations that are ended by the dawn, well, they leave you feeling low as you can be. So I'm leaving town this morning. I'm gonna lighten up my load and see if I can't lose what I have found. And it's one drink for the memories and one kiss for the road. Oh, look out, I believe I'm Texas bound. California, Oklahoma, Arizona, Tennessee. I've been all around this land to pay my dues. High, low, and right behind me. Wherever I go, they find me. And I just can't run from those Arkansas blues. Now I just can't run from those Arkansas blues. All right. So that's one Arkansas song. Let's do another one here. When I was I lived in this town called Conway, Arkansas, just north of Little Rock. And when I was a freshman, I had a girlfriend who was a senior. I think that's how it worked. It was a very small school. Which one of the benefits of that is like, it was not that I was some charmer. I was not. I didn't. I didn't have a girlfriend, my first girlfriend, until very close to the end of senior year in high school, and I got to college. But it was just such a small campus that I think everybody had sort of scoped everybody out. So the freshmen were like, the incoming class was like full of potential for the upperclassmen, and her name was Dinger. I had girlfriends with strange names. Dated a girl named Karma, a girl named Dinger, a girl named Pepper, a girl named Sunshine. Anyway, I don't know what was about, but anyway, the summer after my freshman year, we would sit on her front porch, and our friends that had stuck around Conway would come over and hang out, and we were just barefoot, no shirts. I had hair like down to here. I'd grown my hair out really long. It was really a great look for me. And anyway, but it was one of those times, you're young and carefree and kind of in love and just trying to find your way in life and making friends and so it was a really memorable time. But Dinger was an artist, and she would bring out these. We used to sit there. We had a record player on the front porch, and we'd listen to Indigata Davida. We were very high, and we would listen to Indigata Davida over and over and over again in the summer in Conway, and we'd just be like, "Yeah, man." And then she would bring out this painting that she would do, and we'd all be lying there. It's me and 2 or 3 buddies, and we were just all sprawled out on the couches and on the noon sun, and she would hold it up, and she would say, "Okay, guys, what do y'all think this is?" It was like sort of abstract art. And we'd all be like, "I think it's a wolf in the sun." Or, we'd all throw out our guesses, right? And then rather than tell us, what it was or if we were right or not, she would nod at us, and then she would turn it upside down and go, "Now what do you think it is?" And we'd do the whole thing over, and then by that time it'd be like time to put Indigata Davida back on the record player. So anyway, that's where this song comes from. Let's see here. Let's do it in G.
G.
Yeah, we got enough songs in A tonight, so. Out a record player scratching out an old and dusty tune on the front porch on a Sunday on an arky afternoon. We were lying around like gypsies, thinking about going to town. And Jimmy's drinking whiskey straight and lying in the shade. Jamie dancing around the kitchen with a glass of lemonade, looking like an angel who's never gonna touch the ground. Trouble in mind, how'd we ever lose that time? Living for the best, leaving all the rest behind. Now them boys from Morgan County, they're coming out tonight with country on the radio and trouble in their eyes. Come walking down the driveway, singing about the night before. And we'd head up to the mountain, pick up trucks and old guitars. We'd all smoke marijuana as we look up at the stars, raising hell for hours until we can't take any more. Trouble in mind, how'd we ever lose that time? Living for the best, leaving all the rest behind. There's a picture on the manteltop I filled with old regrets. There are things I can't remember and at times I can't forget. I call you up and tell you, but baby, we've been gone too long. Now that porch is just a memory and the record player's broke. Them hills have gone to houses and Jimmy's gone to smoke. I do the whole thing over, darling, just to hear that song. Trouble in mind, how'd we ever lose that time? Living for the best and leaving all the rest behind. Living for the best, leaving all the rest behind. Indigata Davida, baby.
I wish I could put that out right now.
That would be really wonderful. We'd have to stop the show right there. All right, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for hanging in here with us. I think we're pretty close to the end here, but it still astounds me that 49 episodes in, I know there's a lot of y'all that have watched every episode. Some of y'all are probably just coming here for the first time. However you got here, how long you've been here, I just appreciate you being here. It has been a godsend for me, and has helped me keep my sanity, has helped me pay my rent, has allowed me to give back. We've given a tremendous amount of money to some wonderful causes. Tonight, a portion of the proceeds will go to the Second Harvest Food Bank of Central Tennessee. They do a lot of good with the money that we give them, and we've given them quite a bit at this point. You guys have. So I'm just a conduit to. I take it and redistribute it. I'm something like the Bernie Sanders of live streams. I take your money and redistribute the wealth. But I'm just so grateful. I can't believe this. We've been able to do this. You know, a year ago, a little over a year ago, I flew home from Seattle. I just started a tour with Anders Osborne, and we did one show in Tacoma, Washington. Ended up having to cancel everything else. Got on a plane and flew home. And I thought, well, it'll be a couple weeks, a month, 2 months, whatever. We'll figure it out. And here we are, 13 months, 14 months later. But it's been really tough, and it's been a challenge, but there's been a lot of blessings. And for me, the biggest one to come out of it has been this, to be able to do these shows, find a way to play music and connect with people, old fans, new fans, folks in general. It's been really incredible. So thank you, Adam, for being a part of all this.
Thank you, Hayes. This
And
has been the highlight of my week every week.
right on. And I think next week we're going to be back here at the Purple Building. But then the week after that, I'm going to be down in Key West for a festival. I think we travel Tuesday night. And I'm not sure if we're going to get to a hotel or somewhere with Wi-Fi in time to do the show. So I'm thinking I might make next week the all-request show. I usually do the last show every month as an all-request show. So go ahead and start thinking of your request if you have some. And maybe we'll do it next week. That might be the safest move. Okay, well, I've rambled enough. Let's do another Arkansas song. If they're not sick of it yet, we'll make sure they are by the end of this show. When I started writing songs, I'm from Texas, and there's this rich tradition of Texas songwriters and songs about Texas, very romantic. And when I first got into the business, they had a resurgence. There were all these guys writing songs about Texas, and I kind of got in the game too late, I think, to really fully take advantage of that. So what I started doing was writing songs about Arkansas, and I'm still waiting for it to be the next big thing in country music, but. This is one I ripped off from my buddy Scott Nolan. Arkansas, my head hurts. Yeah, I'd love to stick around and maybe make it worse. But I got a girl out in Henrietta. Her love is like tornado weather. And there's girls like her, they keep me trying. She goes off like an air raid siren. Come in clean, leave torn apart, with a bad liver and a broken heart. With a bad liver and a broken heart. Indian summer, Oklahoma sunset. If there's a nicer place, I hadn't been there yet. I'm standing outside of the blue door. too tired for sleep and too drunk for more. And it's nights like these that keep me trying. A woman always knows when a man is lying. It ain't me, I'm just playing the part with a bad liver and a broken heart. With a bad liver and a broken heart. I'm gonna get old before I'm any good at this. Who's the president and what year is this? Why doesn't anybody speak about truth anymore? Maybe that's what songs are for. You're the wind and I'm on fire. In this line of work, no one retires. Come in clean, leave torn apart. With a bad liver and a broken heart. 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 Everybody, thanks so much for tuning in. I want to thank the staff and the crew and the guys and the girls and everybody here at the Purple Building in East Nashville, Tennessee. Thanks to Todd Snyder for letting us raid his crib. Thanks to Eli for doing magic 2 nights in a row, and 2 shows in a row. And we'll go back to him. He's going home this weekend, but he'll send videos and y'all go back and watch last week's episode too. He did some really spectacular stuff there. And I want to thank Adam Landry for playing such nice guitar. And yeah, that's it, I guess. So thank you, and we'll see you next week, I hope. Same bat time, same bat channel here at the Purple Building. And that's it for Alone Together Tuesday. We're signing out. Peace. Adios.
We good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was mistaken, my dear. There was never any reason to be cruel to you. Your heart is breaking, I fear, and I wish there was some little thing that I could do. I know perhaps it seems to you as if I didn't care, and I hate it's me who showed you that the world ain't always fair. Can't take it back and make it better, and no words will explain the choices that I made along the way. Stood by through all kinds of weather. With my new clarity, I can see you deserved so much better. I was selfish and certain that the world would understand. I never realized what it means to be a man. So I left you with excuses and a debt I can't repay for the choices that I made along the way.